Hi, my name is Michael. About a year ago, SAS Scandinavian Airlines System had an offer that said if you travel with at least 15 of the, at that time, about 18 different SkyTeam Alliance members, you will get 1 million flight points. I went on that kind of crazy trip around the world for about 3.5 weeks, and this is a story about that trip. Besides showing you the different places I went to, I will also talk about health, how to stay in good shape. So if you follow me around the world and watch the different videos I will be uploading, you will at the end have a clear understanding what it takes. For you to get an understanding how crazy this trip actually was, I will now show you some pages of my book of memories. Okay, I will eat that. I need a...
As you can see, I went to different continents because all of these different airlines were spread out all around the globe. Well, now it's time to get my stuff together in a small carry-on bag and start the engine. I flew from Stockholm, the capital of Sweden, where I am living, and stayed one night in London, actually just at an airport hotel close to the airport, and headed over to United States. Stayed a few hours at the airport in Atlantic City, flew through Miami and Mexico City, and ended up in Cancun, Mexico. "48 hours later, I was walking along a beautiful beach in Cancun. This beach is called Playa Ancha, translated to Wide Beach in English. Late afternoon, I went to another beach called Playa Chacmol. Same crystal clear water as the other beach, but here it was a little bit windy and waves. I can definitely recommend Playa Chacmol if you want a little bit more activities and action. This is a sunrise beach, which means that you have sunset behind you. headed back to the hotel. I walked through the center where the action is happening in the evening. From the rooftop area at the hotel, I enjoyed the sunset. Since I was extremely tired from the trip, I decided to go out early just to get the feeling how it was in the evening in Cancun. I was still jet lagged from the time difference of 6 hours between Sweden and Mexico, so I decided to go to bed very early, and thereby I also woke up extremely early and decided to go down to the beach and enjoy the sunrise. And I bought some breakfast at the 24/7 small convenience store and enjoyed the early hours. After 2 days in Cancun, it was time to head to the airport again, and the Uber driver, he was playing ABBA music. It was a little bit like feeling at home, since ABBA is a Swedish music group. After a quick check-in, it was time to explore a little airport in Cancun. Pretty nice one actually, with small shops to look at different stuff made in Mexico. At the airport they offered you to taste different kind of Chivas Regal, the whiskey, and well, I had to do it. At the airport I also found a restaurant called Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, a restaurant inspired by the movie Forrest Gump.
Shrimp soup, shrimp stew, shrimp salad, shrimp and potatoes.
An hour later it was time to head to the gate to catch a night flight back to Miami. just a short flight from Cancun to Miami. I think it was about an hour, and an hour later I was actually back in Miami and was standing in Miami Beach.
Welcome to Miami Beach.
After a quick check-in at the hotel, I headed directly to the beach, Miami Beach, and as you can see, the sun is behind all the tall buildings in the afternoon, so it's a so-called sunrise beach. At the beach there were quite a few photographers taking photos of different models. After a quick swim in the water, I started to walk around in the area. Pretty nice area to walk around and look at different stuff. Nice beach club, Nikki Beach. When I was walking along the beach, a little bit further north, South Beach, I found these elephants. Kind of fun. Buy an elephant, why not? Now it's time to walk along the famous Ocean Drive in Miami Beach. The Versace mansion was quite impressive. The menu of the restaurant was a little bit different. They offered a pizza for an appetizer. Well, good luck to stay healthy with a pizza for an appetizer. I think it's only in US you can find that kind of appetizer. It was nice walking along Ocean Drive during the day, but it was even nicer during the evening. I borrowed a bike from the hotel and looked around for an hour.
My skin likes your skin. Your scent draws me in. Hope you'll leave some behind whenever you go. Your hand seeks my hand. you see what is right in front, or is there something else?
Back at the hotel, the Beacon Hotel, it was time to continue my planning for my next flights around the world. Early in the morning, I headed back to Miami City, walked around a little bit. After spending a few hours in downtown Miami, I took the train back to the airport.